What's up, guys? Back with another video. Just wanted to go over a simple idea today. This one was what if we're already saved? The philosophical stance that, you know, things like Christianity hint at this, basically saying that instead of being from like, I have to earn safety to I'm already held and I don't realize it yet. And the reason that this works is because it's kind of like you know how Andrew Tate, how he like says like, I think he did an interview with a therapist and they were like, so Andrew, like, why do you choose to have this mindset and to live like this and to be like this? And ultimately Andrew Tate was like, the reason I'm choosing this is because for me as a man, this is the most optimal way of living. This is the way I want to see my reality. This is the way I want to live my reality, and I want to see it through. So, the same way that's his best mindset, um, this mindset kind of thinks that if everything is supposed to happen the way it's supposed to be, whether I have free choice or free will or not, I don't even want to get into if those are the same thing. But not right now, at least. But um, it's like if you have no fear and everything was okay, you would you wouldn't like, okay, so the irrational and rational fears are still there. So if you walk down an alley and you feel something in your stomach, that's still there. And if like someone is like chasing you, that fear is still there. But what changes with it is that you don't just expect it, because the fear is now an emotion, or more so a signal for you to, let's say, understand the world around you rather than something that is a complete reaction. You can't always, you know, guide yourself, because things inherently that catch you off guard can catch you off guard. But I do think it's a good practice to be in, because I think you'd have a lot less fear if you inherently thought that things in the world were supposed to work with you and the experiences you have were supposed to guide you. That way you don't feel lost. And instead of like denouncing meaning from something else, now you're just getting meaning from the fact that you're living through it. And, you know, I don't know how much more I can actually like talk about this in a canon sense, because I didn't make this up, but it was a thought that I was having. And I think that it's it shines a light onto mindfulness. It shines a light on, the topic of like creating your own like mind space, mindset environment almost. And let's just say that for me personally, I think this is like the top thing a person needs to focus on, because your environment around you can change, but the way you intertwine that with your story is still dependent on your own consciousness. And, you know, if you were to, instead of being like, oh, I watch YouTube shorts, this is awful, because I'm just playing this out. I'm getting a random example. The first thing I thought, great, YouTube. You're watching YouTube shorts and you're like, oh, I wasted my time. Oh, I wasted my day. And maybe in a rational perspective, not saying that this perspective is like completely irrational, but in a purely logical perspective, maybe that's better phrased. You could say, yeah, that was a waste of time. But in a personal development story perspective, it might be more logical for you to be like, no, that was good because I saw maybe one video I liked, I saw videos I didn't like, and then because of that, I'm gonna forget about them, and then I'm gonna actually actively try to build myself off of the knowledge, you know? Whether it's writing it down, whether it's, talking to a friend about it, or just internalizing like a video you saw and seeing how it affected you. These are habits you can do to, I'm not saying put the work away because you have to go and do stuff, guys. You actually have to go and do the right things. But if you're doing habits over and over and they aren't to your immediate benefit, maybe as a person, instead of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, it might help to realize that that is one, who you are, and two, you're getting through it. You're not stagnant. The emotion of fear, regret, stagnation, having no movement and not being used to it is going to affect you. Now, if you're comfortable with it already and then like you've already internalized it and you're working towards other things, then that's great. And if you are not in the environment or you don't have to deal with this sort of, set of problems in your life currently, that's great too. But if you do kind of struggle with things that seem like, how do I change myself? You're changing yourself every time you go and do something. Every time you work out, every time you say hi to someone, every time you clean your room, you're changing, excuse me, I was trying not to burp there. You're changing yourself and your perspective so you can, um, you know, improve yourself. You're changing your perspective so you can put yourself, it's almost like chess. You have to like look where you did wrong and instead of continuing down that path, try to save it and still foster things on the other side of the board or using your same pieces that you were using. It's only logical. You don't just throw the knight away, throw the pawn away, and say, yeah, it's like whatever, dude. Like this just sucks. Because now you're wide open. You just left the whole center or a whole side of the board open. No, no, no. Play it through. And it's hard because we want to just be like, oh, it's a new day. Oh, it's a new No, but what you don't realize is that you're playing it through every time you live life. Every time you do watch a short on YouTube and you feel like you're wasting time, you can build two narratives from it. This was good for me, this was bad for me. And if you can't get yourself to be on the this was good for me side in the things you do in daily life, the things that are bad for you are going to seem to lead you because you're not giving any effort into yourself. And if you are, and it's difficult, then you're recognizing the difficulty of it. Now, not seeing the improvement sucks. 100%. Not seeing that change in environment sucks. Feeling like you're still stuck in this same place sucks. But I don't think that is warranted to override the other feeling, which is, I'm improving, this is who I am, and this isn't gonna be how it is. It's like John Cena with like, he always wears like something, a ring or a bracelet or something, and it says like, this too shall pass. So when you're happy, this will pass too. You're not gonna be at peak happiness, and when you're sad, this will pass too. You got a choice of doing nothing and being okay with it, or doing something and trying to change yourself because of it. That's all you really got. There's no extra moves, you know? Again, back to chess. There isn't like you can't make your queen just or your pawn become a queen on the other side of the board. Because if you could, you would do that move. You would be like, this, duh. And the people who get that move and do that move are happy. So okay, if we know that that position, that move, that storyline is better, and we can look at it logically without needing to get into the details of, well, this is what happened, which was good. This is what happened, which was bad. That's for your own brain to experience while you're living your life. Those like, man, I should have done that, or like, man, I'm really happy of that. All those moments, those are like little reminders of like the person you are. Well, I'm not really choosing it. Well, in a sense, yeah, but in a sense, you are, because the story and the narrative in your brain is still up to you. It is still in your favor. It can't be redone without you giving that up inherently. Tell me what you guys think. And yeah, thanks for the support. Cheers.